So I started running dash cams in all the vehicles. Unfortunately that kind of means you get all this clutter sat down in the middle next to the gear stick there. So what we're going to do, we're going to install a hardwire kit for the dash cam. I'm going to be using one of these handy dandy little wire taps, so that kind of piggybacks off a fuse and gives you 12 volt power. So first of all you need to find a fuse that you're going to piggyback onto. Grab hold of your owner's manual, looking through the list for something that's going to be switch power. We only want power on when the ignition's on. So on here I found fuse 116, which goes to the fog lamps, and that's not so handily located down under. In the wee fuse box, which is under the passenger footwell. 2 tabs and it drops down. A bit of a battle and you pull it on out. So here's our fuse box. Fuse 116 is just down here. There's our fuse box. We set up a wee test light just so we can check how this fuse works, make sure it is switch power. So have a check. Nothing comes on. Ignition on. Now we got 12 volt switch power. That's the one we're going to use. And here's our hardwire kit. It's got a module that supposedly turns power off when you drop below a certain voltage, but we're just going to go for a switch power. Two wires, we've got a power and an earth. Crimp that on down. Give it a little tug, make sure it's all good. We'll probably want to separate off that earth wire a wee bit so we can run that somewhere. So how these work, you've got the original circuit, which is the lower fuse, and it's got a fuse for this, the tap on supply. So I've put in a 10 amp fuse, which will be plenty for this. Pull out the fuse we're going to replace, pop that in the old doohickey. We've got 2 fuses. That's that installed. Trim just pops up and we find a handy wee earth just down there. Perfect. So starting at the dash cam, plug it in, wire tucks in up under the headliner, comes across around the pillar trim. You can run it all the way down there. It's hard to do this with one hand, but run the wire behind there, slap the rubber trim back on. So here's the installed one. Ignition on, we get power.